So here we are at the Rockland Furnace. This is the other side of the furnace, the downstream side. Furnace is in pretty good shape. This furnace actually was built in 1832, and I think they say that means it went into blast in 1832. That's when it started. Kind of changed hands. It was a cold blast furnace. Water, obviously used the water wheel, and they used charcoal. So this was a charcoal furnace. So again, all this wood, everything around you would have been clear cut, would have been stacked, and it would have made charcoal. So this actually would have been the center of town. This would have maybe employed 40 to 60 people. Obviously they wouldn't have lived here. I believe they would probably live down closer towards the Allegheny River. There's really no access upstream, but there's a nice couple of trails this way which we'll follow on the way out. And this thing went out of blast, let's see, 1854, or we call it, was blown out. So again, they really don't have any tonnage of what this was, but it's actually in pretty good shape. You get a chance, you're looking for something to do on a nice winter day. Colder days are better than warm days because the weeds are down and there's no snakes. I've seen a lot of snakes. You can see just little, every place in there. It would be nice to go up on top, and I think the next one will have a helicopter camera. What are they?
Drone.
Drone! We'll have a drone for the next one. So again, the water would come down through this path. There would have been a big wheel here. Wheel would have had a big bellows on it. The bellows would have blown up and down. That would have forced air in, and that's what you need to make this fire go. We'll get a little closer to it. All right, here we are. The walker, you can see me actually going into this thing. Inside the block. Pretty crazy. I thought that would have been a little higher than that. See if we can find anything in here. This should all be cast iron. Cast iron, probably the whole cast iron floor. Be cast iron everywhere. The nice thing is you see how the rocks are here. So again, this has to be filled with dirt because this thing would have gone down a little bit further. I think the air would have come in this side, and then the cast iron would have gone on that side. Very cool. Well, here we are today at Rockland Furnace. Got the Jeep, got my daughter with me this time. Head down over the hill, and we'll start following it down to the falls. Right, here we are at the entrance to Rockland. This is where Parks had said to park, following the GPS. Park where the rock, exactly like he said, and then come down through this trail. If I can, I'm going to film the other side. The way we came in, which was from the Pittsburgh side, actually had the bridge was all closed off. You couldn't get to it, so we had to come around. We saw some motorcycles, which was pretty cool. They went right past us, jumped over the train bridge, which the car won't go because it's a trail. And then we just saw them, so maybe they're looking for the same thing. So this is why making furnaces in western Pennsylvania, middle Pennsylvania, was such a great idea. You just look around and it's just littered with sandstone. So you find a big chunk of sandstone, you would bring your stone carver in, your stonemason, and he would cut this up into chunks, and then they would basically quarry it, and then they would take it to the furnace. Well, I'm not sure, but I've seen a couple of these cuts in here. I wonder if that's steel type wagon wheels coming up. This is so old. This is why I like coming out here. Just look how nice that is. Nice waterfalls, nice place to swim. You can fish in there if you wanted to. Kind of just goes down through the hollow. You can see back through here. Roads coming through. It's just a nice fall day, November day. Let's see if we can find the trail to the furnace. Well, here we are in the back side of the waterfalls. We look upstream, which I think is where the furnace is. That's what the directions say. Just so much sandstone. There's my daughter. She's filming me, filming her. Hopefully I don't fall in. This is the first time my daughter's actually joined me on one of these trips. Said she wasn't an outdoors person, but I think she's having fun. Let's make sure she gets over here. All right, so here we are again. I like to come out here and just kind of take the sights in. So we're looking way up on top of the valley on the left, down through the stream, and then I see that. I don't even know what that is. I'd like to see how deep that is. I wonder if it's a hole for a post so that they can start redirecting water. Because if the furnace is down here, they would have dammed up. They would have put a dam here, and they would have put a channel along this side. I'll show you as we get closer to it. And that would be the water that turned the wheel. We'll see how high. We'll see what it looks like from there.